Hey, good morning, CSL. My name's Jake. I'm the music director, and I'm really excited for today's music. We have a couple of wonderful special guests from very far away, and they have driven a long way to be here. They got in, what, you say 11 last night? Oh, good times. Woo, the tour life. They're going to help us out with the opening sing-along, so please give a warm welcome. You hear a little bit more about them later, but please, for now, give a warm welcome to Amy and Dylan. Oh, in the restroom. Oh, maybe we'll start in F then. Wait, yeah. Yeah, let's start in C, yeah.
so blessed. I am so blessed. I am so grateful for all that I have. I am so blessed. I am so blessed. I am so grateful. I am so blessed. Sitting here, knowing that this is a place that is a place of blessing. That wherever we are in the holy place of the divine. That each and every one of us, whether here in the sanctuary of Center for Spiritual Living Seattle or online globally in our global sanctuary, that each and every one of us is tuned in, tapped in, and turned on with the infinite blessings of the divine. So in that recognition, I settle into the awareness that this day was designed especially for me. That each and every blessing I receive is like kisses from the divine, loving and adoring me exactly where I'm at. And so I celebrate those blessings. I say yes to them. I receive them, and I take them into my heart, cherishing the fact that I am cherished here today, knowing that I am a blessing to the world. I am so blessed. I am so blessed. I am so grateful for all that I have. I am so blessed. I am so blessed. I am so grateful. I am so blessed. I am so blessed. I am so blessed. I am so grateful for all that I have. I am so blessed. I am so blessed. I am so grateful. I am so blessed. So I take this moment to take inventory, recognizing and knowing that I am blessed by my friends. I am blessed by my family. I am blessed by my community. I am blessed by this earth. I am blessed by the very air that I breathe. I am blessed by my relationships. I am blessed by this body. I am blessed in all things. And so I recognize and know that this day, this blessing that is this day continues to manifest and multiply and create waves of blessings in ways that I can't even imagine. They're so good. And I just say yes to it, and I'm grateful for it. And I know that it continues to be a radiant vibration of love that surrounds me, that infuses me, that allows me to be the me that I came here to be, which is a blessing for the world. As I know this for myself, I know this for every single person who hears these words right now, that each and every one of us see and feel and know the blessing that we are, that we bring out into the world. And so as I claim that truth, I release this prayer, singing it, knowing it, loving it, and being it right here and right now. So blessed, I am so blessed, I am so grateful for all that I have. I am so blessed, I am so blessed, I am so grateful, I am so blessed. I am so grateful. I am so blessed. and so it is.
Good morning, everyone, here in the room, online. I am Reverend Don, one of the ministers here. My pronouns are he and him. And it's my honor and privilege and pleasure to welcome you this morning, or whatever time it is if you're watching online, to our service and our gathering today as we move into this, looks like wet season today here in Seattle, as fall is actually just, a week away, coming up. So the Center for Spiritual Living is a community that came out of the Science of Mind and Spirit teachings, that we are part of an international organization that is carrying this message out to the world and locally. And we do this by focusing on teaching principles that bring together ancient wisdom and applying that wisdom to today's challenges that we face, to the workings of today's world, to modern science and philosophy, all of that. We're continually looking to see how we integrate it into our lives in a way that works every day, in a way that works for everyone, to create a world that works for everyone. I know when I found this teaching a long time ago in 1989, I knew it was home because it worked and it lifted me, and it allowed me to bring all of my beliefs into my everyday life, including work, which is one of the things I do here, is bring spiritual principles and business together. Now, the way we do that is through community. We come together in community here on Sundays and all through the week, online, in person, hybrid, to share our messages and to explore and to see how we want to work with those ideas of wisdom and spirituality. And the best way to do that is by sharing your connection information, your email, so that we can share with you once a week what's happening here. Because if we talked about it from here, then it would be time for going downstairs for coffee, and we'd never have our minister speak. And you know that's not going to work, because the minister has things to share that will help us in our daily lives and in understanding how spirit and life go together. So we have classes. So please, if you have a chance online, there's a connection card link that is showing up in the chat. Please click on that, share your email address so that we can let you know easily what's going on, and you can find us very easily. Here in the room, in the back of the seat pockets, there's some beautiful purple topped cards that you can use to share that contact information. You can also share a request for prayer support. It's called the support card. And it's support in facing challenges and in celebrating the good, because we believe firmly in celebrating the good. And so we love praying here in this community in celebration of your successes, your things you've learned. Sometimes those things that weren't so exciting in the beginning became exciting. We love sharing and supporting each other. And we have over 60 practitioners, prayer practitioners, who do just that. And they're available to support you in prayer 24/7. Through our online presence and here in person. Just click whichever one works best for you. But we do invite you to connect and allow us to be able to connect with you. I get to share a little bit about a happening today. It's called 3 Keys. And no, that is not me in the picture. I've never had hair that long or that color. But I am subbing for Reverend Karen this week, and I will be teaching 3 Keys. And 3 Keys is a course we offer on Sunday today, in person and online, hybrid, at 12:30, that we take some of the first three principles in our teaching, and we expound on those and do, like I said earlier, we figure out how they work in our daily lives. And we share that information, and we use this foundational course as a gateway into some of our other courses. They're one of the places you can come and begin to get the understanding of some of the words and phrases and things we talk about here, how they're founded in spiritual principles that are truly ancient. So I invite you to join me in person at 12:30 here at the center, or online. The link should be in the online and available in the chat. Otherwise, go to our website and you can find it there and get the link you need to join us. I was asked by the women's group to let you know that on the third Sunday that they have their gathering after at 10:30, in person only, here at the center. Now, most of you know I do the men's group, so I'm really happy to support the women's group. And so if you're a woman, however, and you want to be part of this group, just show up here on the third Sunday at 10:30 and join in a spiritual discussion and the feminine and how that works together in creating a life that you want to live and experience. And that's all that stuff. And it's all important, and I encourage you to check us out online to get more information. Call Heidi, check us out at the registration desk. This morning, you've already heard them. They are here. They didn't know they were doing the opening song. They got here, which is great. We love surprises, don't we? Mm-hmm. Heart Matter, and there's some cards back by the name tags if you want to check them out a little bit more with their contact information. But this duo is based down in Oakland, California. They're doing a road trip. So really want to love them up. You've done a road trip. You know how it is to be welcomed and to be loved up. That part's easy for us. But Amy D and Dylan Vado are bringing their music here today. And what I read about it, what I felt when I looked on the website and heard them practicing this morning, is they're not just singing. They are the music they're singing. Their presence is coming through. And the gift is going beyond the words. And so I invite you to, when they share their music with us, to listen with your heart, with your mind, to feel what is coming from the energy that flows from them. And I love this comment that was about their music. Their original music combines the improvisatory ethos of jazz and the intentionality of chamber music, presenting an innovative take on the singer-songwriting paradigm. When I saw that, I've been waiting all week for this. So without any more words, Amy, Dylan, please share.
Oh, there I am. Thank you so much for the kind introduction. It's kind of wild. We woke up in Arcata yesterday, and we woke up in Seattle today. So we're here. Super grateful. We're going to start with a song of ours called Within, and on the subject of belonging, which I think is the theme today. It's within, you will never be without. So no matter what happens, there's always a guiding light and something that you can come back to.
Moments change like lightning bolts and flash before my eyes. They move in silent mystery, and hours will pass us by. What pace do we follow when time is running thin? Should I rush to the ends of earth or turn my gaze within? I will never be without. Within, loosening my grip, find the strength to turn within. Seasons change with innocence, eluding our charade, a reckoning for borrowed time, a debt you can't repay. Beg, steal, or borrow, the truth remains the same. Hold to what is too late within. You will never be without within. Loosening your grip, find the strength to turn within. If time is fleeting by design, can we accept our fate? What's certain is uncertainty, and life a passing wave. Is there a beginning, and will we see the end? Time is an illusion, a dream that's made to bend within. We will never be without 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 within.
Thank you, Amy and Dylan. And just so you all know, you can catch them live this Wednesday down at the Connor Burn Pub. Did I say that right? Connor Burn Pub in Ballard at 8 o'clock. Connor Burn Pub in Ballard at 8 o'clock this Wednesday. If you have any questions, they can come see you afterwards. So make sure you're aware of that. That's wonderful. I'm coming off a G for G event last night that we had at the Grosso's house, wine, cheese, and mystics. And so we talked about mystics and mystical experiences. It was wonderful. And one of the things that we talked about with mystical experiences is synchronicity. And I just love the synchronicity of the song that you just sang and how it fits in with what I want to talk about today. And we don't meet ahead of time and plan this stuff out. You know, Spirit just puts it all together. And I love that. So thank you so much for that. And I'm really looking forward to today. I'm really glad that you're here. My name is James Kress. I'm one of the staff ministers here. And to those of you that are here, I want to say welcome. To those of you that are online, welcome. It is September 15th here in Seattle. Fall has arrived. It's all of, I think, 55 degrees here today. I just got back 2 weeks ago from my 58th birthday, where I spent it in Maui. And had an amazing time, an absolute wonderful time. But one of the things about going to Hawaii is coming back here. It's like shock weather-wise, and so I'm feeling some of that. But something else that today is, if you haven't heard yet, is Membership Sunday. Membership Sunday. And so after the second service, we're going to be having a potluck hosted by our Enhancing Our Community team in celebration and honor of our members. So many of you members have already received emails and are hopefully going to be bringing some food. But we welcome you to come back and take part in that celebration because here we practice membership. And I'm going to spend some time talking to you about that today. Our theme this month is living in alignment with truth. And I really like that idea of alignment and harmony and congruence. And I have to confess, though, and I believe in membership. I'm excited about membership. But I grew up in a church and heard many messages about membership that just put me to sleep. I hope today's message doesn't put you to sleep, but I'm going to just forewarn you, we're going to go deep, and I realize it's 9 o'clock on a Sunday morning, and you might be going, what in the world did he talk about? And I hope that's not the case, but I really believe in this idea of membership as a spiritual practice, particularly looking at membership as an expression of choosing to belong. Choosing to belong. And what I really want to do is play around with this word choice. Choice is a juicy word. And as we think about choice as it relates to membership and belonging, one of the things that we talk about here is that you, by your very nature of being here, belong. There's not a thing you have to do to earn it. There's not a thing you have to do to deserve it. Just as you are, just because you are, you belong. So then we ask, okay, well then why this membership thing? And how does choice fit into that? How can you choose to belong to, or how can you choose to do something that you've already been chosen to do? Have you ever had that experience in life where you've been invited to choose something that's been chosen for you? You know, like you can choose to retire from this job, you know, or we can choose to fire you, you know, and you kind of feel backed into choosing something that you really don't want to. Have you ever had that experience? I have. Yeah, and it kind of feels a little weird. But I want us to think about this idea of knowing, this consciousness of knowing that as people, we already belong here. That's done. And so we are living into this belonging. And when it comes to membership is really an expression of choosing to live out and live into that reality that is already here. My intention here is to offer you a consciousness of membership as a spiritual practice of belonging. And what I really want to do is offer a new consciousness of membership. I really like what Kathy Ann talks about when she talks about, I think it's Judge Troward, who says that our bodies are centers of divine operation. You know, we are centers of divine operation. And what that means is spirit is always moving. And what I love about the writing of Ernest Holmes, I'm taking Abigail's class on essentially Ernest Holmes, which is awesome. And just in the couple of weeks we've had, I'm just so inspired of how the writing of Ernest Holmes inspires us to look to that fresh word of spirit that Spirit gave to him to live our lives fully and completely with inspiration and fullness and connection. And that's what I want to do when I think about membership. It's looking at membership with an open heart. And I don't know who said this, but this is a quote that means a lot to me. When your heart is open, you don't need to know the rules. You create them. And I think that even when we apply to membership, it's like, what are the rules? What are the standards? What are the things that we do? Well, we have some, and we'll talk about that. But on a fundamental spiritual basis, when our hearts are open, we create the rules that we live by the consciousness and the thoughts that we bring. By way of consciousness, an old consciousness of membership might be an invitation to be a member of an organization. I'm a member. I just joined PCC 3 months ago. And I feel so special now that I'm a member of my local co-op to join my membership to REI. But when we talk about membership here, we're not talking about it in that regard. Nor is membership practiced here as some sort of plea that we're trying to beg and please join our organization because we need you so badly. Now, don't get me wrong. Your presence here and your gifts here and your activity here does mean a lot. So I don't want to minimize that in any way, shape, or form. But there's more to membership than just what you can offer the organization. And you can offer the organization what you can bring here, whether you're a member or not. And we appreciate that. We live by that. We live into that. But I'd like to offer a consciousness of membership where you can think deeply about the benefit to you. What's in it for me? What do I get out of doing it? Membership that gets beyond an idea of perks and privileges. Those are, and nothing wrong with perks and privileges either, right? I'm a member of Alaska Airlines and get little perks and privileges from traveling and all of that. That's really nice. But here's the deal with perks and privileges: they run out, they dry up, and they don't really satisfy. You get this perk. Well, what's the next one? And the next one. And the next one. And we can get in this spin cycle of always reaching, grasping, striving, longing, yearning for that next perk and privilege. Is there an idea of this membership that is lasting and transforming? I think there is. So let's think about membership as a spiritual practice, something that is of benefit for you. And I'd like to offer you, how many do I have here? Three little things that you can write down or remember about. Actually, 3 reasons why I would ask you to consider an invitation to be a member here at CSL. And I'll just tell you, at the end of the service today, we're going to do a little practice here to honor those of you who already are members. So I'm really looking forward to that. And some of you here today, I think, are new members, and we've got a little gift that we want to give to you. So we're going to incorporate that into our service. But here's the first reason for you to consider choosing to be a member here, and that is this: membership solemnizes your belonging to this community. Membership solemnizes your belonging to this community. That word solemnize is a special one. It can be thought of as a sacred ritual, to formalize. If you grew up in a sacramental church, you might have heard of sacraments of marriage, the sacrament of baptism. There's something in a solemnness, in solemnizing something, or a sacrament or a ritual. It takes what is invisible and makes it visible. So again, applied to this idea of belonging. We all belong here. We already know that. We don't have to do it, earn it, or do it. But there's something spiritual, there's something significant that happens when you actually put action to that reality. It takes what is unknown, what is unexperienced, and brings it up into the world of experience. And this is very special for you as an individual. It's kind of like marriage. Marriage is one of those things that I think has also fallen on hard times, especially in church cultures. Patriarchal forces have taken marriage and turned it into an institution of dominance and controlling and a struggle for power. And I see so much of this that goes on, couples, trying to power over and power under each other. And it's really, really sad. But I think in its fundamental root sense, this idea of marriage as a celebration of something, it's very, very special. And what do I mean by that? Well, again, I was brought up Catholic, and so I was taught that marriage was a sacrament. So when you have a holy person come and bless your relationship, you're getting something from God that's special to bless this marriage. And with all due respect to anybody who's here, I think that's hogwash. Okay? Because when I think of marriage, I think of it as a celebration of love between a couple. whoever, however they are, a love that's already present, that's already real. This is what I love about that Inside Out song that you said, because life is a journey of coming back to that which we already have. We don't need to get something out there from a God or a priest or life or something that we're lacking. No, life is a journey of coming back to what we already are. And so when I think of a marriage ceremony or a marriage celebration of a couple coming in whatever shape or form it looks like and expressing their love and their commitment to one another among friends, family, creation, nature, whatever it looks like, the beauty of it is wonderful. There's something special about that. It doesn't make the couple any more or less blessed or committed to be able to do that. But stepping into and living into that expression solemnizes the relationship. There's a very sweet, dear couple to me that they love each other so much and they're committed to each other, and they have co-created a non-marriage marriage relationship that I think is just stunning and elegant in its expression and its commitment to one another, and it's beautiful. It's beautiful. But when I think about this, and tying it back to membership, it's the same thing. You're already a member here, and so by going through the process of being a member, you're not getting something that you're lacking or going to receive something that's going to fill you up or add to your life. It's rather a pathway, a venue to connect back to something that you already know inside, and it's a real blessing. It's kind of like baptism as well. I don't know if anybody grew up in church where you were baptized. And again, in the churches that I were a part of, it was taught that baptism is, done by a holy person with special water that's blessed. And when you do that, you get this impartation of grace from the divine upon your life that you lack. And I just don't find that very, very helpful or very, very useful, because as a person, as an individual, you are already fully 100% complete and full as an expression of the divine. Baptism then does not become something that you get because of something that you lack. It rather becomes something that you can live into. And I'm just saying that because I'll just tell you this. A couple of weeks ago, I had a mystical experience that resulted in me baptizing myself in Puget Sound. I'm going through some transitions in life and all of that, and just in meditation and prayer and being with Spirit. I was on Lopez Island, and there was just this beautiful, beautiful sound there, and I just got this prompting to go into the sound and go through that ritual of going into the water and coming up again as dying to the old and living to the new. And I didn't need a priest. I didn't need someone there around me to do it or bless it or whatever. There was just myself and the divine and nature, and it was beautiful. And I just want to invite you, as you think of these things and these rituals in your life, to approach it with that same amount of freedom and life. When we think of spiritual blessings, when we think of coming back to the good that we already are, there's a deep sense of joy that comes to that. And I want to offer a word here that might be a little edgy, but I want to invite you to maybe just stretch with me a little bit. Are any of you familiar with the word hedonism? Yeah, it's used in other contexts that might not always be fitting and appropriate for 9 o'clock on a Sunday morning. What is this guy talking about? Whatever. I just want to invite you, whatever relationship you have with that word, to see if you could invite that back and take it back into its original meaning and think about what spiritual hedonism might look like. What is it that spiritually gives me pleasure, gives me joy, gives me happiness, gives me delight, and then follow it? I think this idea of measurement of membership could be something that for you could be a source of deep joy, deep happiness, deep satisfaction. Wow. And I really want to spotlight this idea of being open to what is it in life that gives you pleasure and what is it that gives you joy. Especially in churches, it's real easy to get spiritual. think and get real dour and get real tart and think I've got to work so hard, you know? I listened to a CD on relationships. I counsel couples, and there was this great reframe, you know, that some couples in their relationship, you can either have a weatherproofing consciousness or a fire-stoking consciousness. A weatherproofing consciousness is like you're looking at your partner or you're looking at yourself and you're looking where all the gaps are and you're putting weather stripping or caulking or holes, you know, try to plug the holes and protect yourself or protect the other person from damage. Another consciousness is, what is it that stokes the fire of the relationship? What can I do to put wood on this fire to keep the warmth going? And as you think of that, just as you think of that consciousness, think of your relationship with yourself, your relationship with spirit, your relationship with the world, your relationship with life. What is it that fuels my fire and gives me passion and gives me joy? And go for it. Lean into it and watch and see what happens. It's about freedom. It's about life. It's about joy. So membership, I had a couple cups of coffee this morning, so I don't know, but I'm just going to say this. Membership just might be an experience of spiritual hedonism for you. Did he just say that? Yeah, I did. You'll never believe what the guy said this morning. But yes, maybe it is. There's no perk, there's no discount, there's no privilege that can match that. Secondly, membership solemnizes your connection to belonging to this community. Secondly, membership enriches your experience of connection. Membership can enrich your experience of connection. I love what Richard Rohr says, that the only thing that separates us from each other are beliefs that separate us. And going through the practice of membership can help to dissolve some of those illusions of separation. Have you ever felt disconnected in your life? I have. Yeah, that's real. But choosing to belong, choosing to become a member is coming from a place of your agency, of your choice, and your freedom as a person. It really is a mystery. You are chosen and are choosing to be chosen at the same time. It doesn't make sense in the mind, but the heart knows it. The language of the heart is love. The language of the heart is connection. And so I invite you to follow that and then allow the mind to serve that choice that you make. Thirdly, one more. Membership harmonizes your humanity and your divinity. Membership harmonizes your humanity and divinity. Here at this church, in this tradition, we don't teach that we are human beings trying really, 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 really hard to have a spiritual experience. Rather, we teach that we are spiritual beings having a human experience. There is consciousness, there is reality, there is truth that is beyond the human. Megan Watterson puts it this way: these bodies that we have are our soul's chance to be here. So why not make the most of it? Why not live big? Why not live large? Why not risk? Why not get out of your comfort zone? Why not live on the edge and do something that you haven't done before? Membership can be a way we know that we're human. We know that we are divine. Membership is really a function of our humanity. And so really as people here, we are 100% human, divine, and we are 100% human. Not 50-50, not partial, but one. You are never more spiritual than when you are more human. And you are never more human than when you are spiritual. Membership, the practice, the benefit to you can be about bringing that humanity and that divinity into alignment. So, you might be wondering, great, where do I start? Just put a plug out there. You're interested in becoming a member. What does it mean? What does it look like? Our next membership class is coming up on Sunday, October 6th. Sunday, October 6th. I think that's 3 Sundays from now. So just put that on your calendar, 12:30, right after the second service, right across the street in the White House over there. So I teach the class. It's a chance to just get together for a couple hours and allow us to get to know you and you us and ask questions and all of that. But if you've been, kind of on the fence or wondering, if we do that or whatever, I would love for you to come. By coming to the class, you're not making any commitment. You're not making any obligation. We're not going to, make you do anything or whatever. But it's just a chance to explore and get to know us a little bit better. I really, really, really hope you do that. So, thank you. What I'd like to do right now, though, as we bring this to a close, is I know that we have people in our midst and online who are already members of the church. I'm guessing there might be some of you, it's like, yeah, you're preaching to the choir, right? Okay. So, what I want to do is, this is going to be a little exercise that is going to eventually include all of us standing. So if and as you are able, we're all going to stand and participate it, but we're going to kind of do it in steps and do it in waves. So the first step we're going to do is by acknowledging our new members, inviting them to stand as I read their name. And as I read your name, Janelle is in the back there. We've got just a little memento of appreciation and acknowledgement, a CSL keychain to thank you and welcome you into our community. But as you stand, I'm just going to invite you to remain standing, and then we're going to have the rest of our members stand just according to length of membership. And again, culminating in a time of all of us standing. Some of the names that I read here may be online. And so if you're online, what I would just invite you to do is if you can physically raise your hand or say here in the chat, I'm not sure if we have that capability, but just to acknowledge that would be great so that we know that you're with us, okay? So I'm just gonna read these names. I'm not sure if everybody's here. We probably are gonna have most of our people in the next service, but again, so that you can celebrate with me, this would be great. So our first new member we have, and we have 8 of them, Donna Franklin. Donna, are you here? Okay. Roz Esposito, I know she's online from California, so Roz, welcome. Debbie Delaney. Okay. Melissa Samimi. Linan Bradbury. Jennifer Herbig. Richard Snyder, and Cindy Brightbill. All right, well, I think we'll have a lot of our people here next week, but let's welcome all of these, okay? And now what I'd like to do is, if you have been a member of CSL for 20 years or more, 20 years or more, would you stand so we can recognize you? Welcome, all right. Stay standing. If you've been a member of CSL for 10 years or more, would you please stand and join those who are standing? Wonderful, wonderful. Remain standing if you've been a member of CSL 5 years or more. Would you join them? Excellent. And if you've been a member of CSL 1 year or less, would you please stand? We want to just recognize that. This is wonderful. And now I would like for all of us to please stand in recognition of all of our belonging, of all of our part of this beautiful community of love. Let's celebrate ourselves. And would you just join me before you sit down in a moment of prayer, just taking a moment now to breathe in and take in the community that is here. Knowing the individual expressions of the divine that are full and complete, full of light, full of love, and bringing awareness into the collective expression of divinity and humanity that is known here in this earthly plane for such a time as this, as CSL Seattle. Just bring your awareness to the goodness and the connection of the tapestry of love that we have here in this place. And in that awareness and in that consciousness, I know that all is well, that all is perfect, that this living, vibrant community that is a force for good in this community, in this world, in this all over the world, knowing that everything is perfect as it is, I give thanks for the life and the opportunity that we have to live into that goodness and that perfection. And so it's with gratitude, with faith, and with joy, I celebrate the members and the people and the humans of this community and call it good. And so it is. And so it is. Bless you. You may be seated.
When you're down and troubled and you need some love and care, and nothing is going right, close your eyes and think of me, and soon I will be there to brighten up even your darkest night. You just call out my name, and you know wherever I am, I'll come running to see you again. Winter, spring, summer, or fall, all you have to do is call, and I'll be there, yeah. You've got a friend. If the sky above you grows dark and full of clouds, and that old north wind begins to blow, keep your head together and call my name out loud, and soon you'll hear me knocking upon your door. You just call out my name, and you know wherever I am, I'll come running to see you again. Don't you know that winter, spring, summer, or fall, all you have to do is call, and I'll be there, yeah. Now ain't it good to know that you've got a friend when people can be so cold? They'll hurt you, desert you, and take your soul if you let them. Oh, but don't you let them. You just call out my name, and you know wherever I am, I'll come running to see you again. Winter, spring, summer, or fall, all you have to do is call, and I'll be there, yeah. You've got a friend.
And if you know this, you can sing.
You've got a friend. You've got a friend.
Can you keep that going for me?
You've got a friend. Ain't it good to know? Ain't it good to know? You've got a friend. Ain't it good to know? You've got a friend. Yeah, yeah. You've got a friend. You've got a friend.
Thank you, Dylan and Amy. Appreciate it. Well, I am Abigail Shire. I'm the assistant minister here at Center for Spiritual Living Seattle, and my pronouns are she and her. And I want to acknowledge the people who are online, who logged in. We have Kenny and Richard. We have Donna. Mary Ellen, who is on the Camino in Spain right now. Veronica, Sue, Mandy, Dan and Nancy, and Leslie. So hello, our greater online community. It's so great to see you here. And I want to do a couple of quick announcements. The first is, as Reverend James said, that we have a Path to Membership class coming on October 6th. I would like to say that there's a couple of things that we do ask if you're interested in becoming a member. One is that you attend a class that gives you some idea of what our teachings are about. And one of those examples of a class are the 3 Keys class that's being taught today by Reverend Don. And then that gives you an idea of the basis of our teachings. And then taking the membership class gives you an idea of what kind of conversation you want to have, where you want to support, how you want to be as a member here in the community. And that's happening on October 6th. It is in the Education Annex, which is the building across the street. And both James and Reverend Don are doing those classes hybrid. So everybody online, you're welcome to come. We'd love to have you. In addition, I wanted to let you know that we do have Visioning for Our Country happening next Sunday, September 22nd at 12:30. This time it's in person only. We will be having a Visioning for Our Country online at the beginning of November. But for this time, if you want to be here and participate in Visioning for Our Country, if you want some kind of action that's both a tangible action but a spiritual action, this is your opportunity to do that and feel like you're actually taking some action in the world. If you're feeling any kind of feeling of angst or anxiety or any of that, I would encourage you to come to the Visioning for Our Country, which is also next Sunday at 12:30 in the Education Annex. We are having a class called Money Mastery, Moving Out of Scarcity into Spiritual Abundance. It's starting on Tuesday, September 24th. It runs through October 29th. It's at 7 p.m. and it's in person and online, but the in-person is where you're going to get the interactive experience. The online is just view only. However, it is taught by Reverend Dr. Kathy Ann, who is a spiritual genius when it comes to the ideas of prosperity and giving you tools that are easy so you can shift your prosperity into something that you feel like you deserve, which is an opulent, radiant, thriving life. And I know everybody deserves that. And if something in you is thinking like, oh, I'm not really receiving that or I'm not experiencing that, I would encourage you to sign up for this Money Mastery class. It's very inexpensive to attend. And so please do register for it. And now it has come to the sacred act of giving our gifts, tithes, and offerings. I'd love to invite Sherry to come up here and give the offering basket. And I want to let you know that really, anytime you're giving in this sense, it's a form of a thank you. That really this is an essence of gratitude for not just what has happened, but also what else is possible in the future. because all of our gifts that support this center not only support the buildings, but it actually supports the people. And that's all of you. So every time you give a gift to this community, you're giving a gift not only to yourself, but you're giving it to everybody you see in the room, everybody you see online, every person who walks in those doors who may feel like they don't belong, so they know no matter who they are, they do belong as a part of this extended community. That this is really a message that says, I am grateful. So whatever you're thinking of giving today, if you would kindly put it over your heart and recognize and know that this gift is a blessing. It multiplies, it magnifies love, connection. And it is a part of spirit expressing its energy in a tangible form. And so I recognize and know that spirit is always a blessing. It is a blessing both for the giver and the receiver. And in this form of energy, it is a way of saying yes. A way of saying yes to the future, a way of saying yes to each and every person, that everybody deserves to be seen, heard, and loved exactly as they are, that everybody belongs in this place called Earth. And for that, I'm so grateful, and so it is. So if you're here for the first time, just so you know, we have a little tradition, a little ritual that we do, which is we walk or dance our gifts up to the offering basket. And for those of you who are online, you can also walk or dance your gifts in those various avenues of giving in your own home or out in the communal, and have a little fun with it. All right, take it away, Jake.
And in this moment of gratitude, my name is Alex Perlman. I'm one of those 60 practitioners that Reverend Don spoke about earlier. So if today's message brings you to a desire for more connection, more support, the practitioners of this community stand ready to help you. If you're online with us today, that would be Jeanette and Kim as your online practitioners. If you'd like in-person prayer support after the service, please come up here to my left, the right of the stage, and Jennifer will be your practitioner. Marjorie stands ready at the practitioner's desk to take a more private way to go into prayer through your practitioner body. And our job here really is to just be this embodied consciousness for everyone who is listening to my voice right now. And in this moment of here and now, I simply call this container of goodness that was delivered by the divine to be fulfilled, to be full and overflowing and spilling out past our community and into the world. I simply call our time together blessed and good. And so it is.
All right, everybody, it's time for the closing sing-along, so please rise as you're able, and if you feel like it, get up on stage and dance. Please be very careful, though the instrument is very fragile. Thank you. Let's do it. 1, 2, 3, go. This little light of mine, I'ma let it shine. This little light of mine, I'ma let it shine. This little light of mine, I'ma let it shine. Let it shine, let it shine. Everywhere I go, I'ma let it shine. Everywhere I go, I'ma let it shine. Everywhere I go, I'ma let it shine. Let it shine, let it shine, let it shine. All around the world, all around the world, I'ma let it shine. All around the world, I'ma let it shine. All around the world, I'ma let it shine. Let it shine, let it shine, let it shine. Oh, let it shine, let it shine, let it shine, let it shine. Oh, let it shine, let it shine, let it shine, let it you.